is bloody
Beers. Bloody brilliant sport.
And welcome back to the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast, brought to you by Bluebet.
That's Clutz. I'm Das. We are the Bloody Brilliant Beers. We started out reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations that you'd more likely hear from the front bar at your local. Clutzy, where are we, mate?
Mate, we're at the Caxton Hotel once again, and we're loving it.
The home of the mighty Brisbane Broncos. This is our weekly sports show, and as always, we welcome our good friend Donny from Donny Sports on.
Hey guys, how are we today?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Way to kill the vibe, man. Way to kill the vibe.
That was really interesting, man.
Yeah, that was a bold play, straight off the bat. I'm really well, though, thanks, mate. This is, as I said, our sports show. If you're looking for a breakdown of stats and in-depth analysis, we'd ask that you kindly
fuck off.
fuck off.
I was going to say, that was about as put together as the Cowboys season. It was a bit all over the shop, sort of exciting for a bit, and then just at the end, fucked out.
Yeah, well, you know, we can keep talking about it all off season if you want, but I reckon
and we will.
We will.
Just like to kick off the pod by saying, nice shirt. Donny, how are we all feeling?
Yeah, horny. How are you?
I'm really
Actually,
horny.
you know what? I'm a bit rattled.
Bit rattled? Why is that?
I'm
I
a
know
little
why
bit-
you're rattled. And
I'm a
like,
little bit
people, if
rattled.
you're watching on YouTube, you'll notice I've got my Brisbane Broncos jersey on, a maroon and yellow hat, unofficial Brisbane Broncos hat. Obviously, Clutzy and I, our teams faced off in the first week of the finals last week. You probably,
Well, you could say that.
you're probably ready for me to come on here and just give him a pasting about the 26-0 trouncing that the Broncos gave the Storm, but I'm not going to do that because I've got something that, before you think, geez, Darcy's a great guy, he's not going to do it, not going to bring it up, I've actually got something that's going to cut Clutzy far deeper than that. So, last week, actually, after we recorded this show, actually, we recorded a second show after it because Donny went home for the second show, but Clutzy and I were leaving this great establishment, the Caxton, obviously on Caxton Street, a hive of activity and rugby league, especially this time of year. And who happened to walk past, Josh?
Kirk Capewell and the nicest guy in rugby league, Pat Carrigan.
Paddy Carrigan.
The nicest guy. I can't stress enough, the nicest guy in rugby league.
he is.
The boys were walking past, gave him a little wave. They came in, said a quick g'day, had a chat. Sterling, the great man, was also there. Told Kurt Capewell that he put Ratsack in the Storm's feed because they had dinner here.
Now it makes sense.
Honestly, it looks like it.
Paddy basically was talking to Clutzy and was like, you came for Friday, mate? And I can't even remember what you said. It was
Yeah,
like,
he was like, oh, you came for Friday? I was like, yeah, man, what about yourself? He's like, fuck yeah, dude, gonna be so sick. Like, really, really keen for it. Should be a mad crowd. I was like, yeah, man. Like, he's like, you going to the game? And I was like, yeah, I am actually. I was like, oh, you're probably going to be off me. I'm barracking for the other team. And he just stopped and looked at me.
his whole face changed.
And he's just stepped back and he's going, are you serious? He's like, what? He's like, I'm never having a fucking beer with you again.
So
And I just sort of stood there. It was just like, yeah, thanks.
how does it feel? He's probably the future captain of our great state, maybe our country.
nation.
Probably the country.
Yeah, probably the country.
Definitely.
And he won't have a beer with you, Josh. How does that make you feel?
I'm rattled. Honestly, no, I said it in group chats and everything. I was like, I have never been more rattled in my life than anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's a fucking fantastic guy.
Yep.
Really nice dude.
Yeah. Also, I think the other fact is that if you're having a beer with him, it's a momentous occasion.
Fuck yeah.
Paddy
Yeah.
Carrigan's not just going to come and have a beer with us at the Caxton on a Tuesday arvo. Like,
No.
we're talking post-Origin wins.
We shared a
shit like that.
moment post-Origin.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really got me the most was that I had such a great chat with him after Origin and he's just such a nice guy. And because I support a team that's not from my city, it's really affecting my opportunity to have a beer again.
What stage of grief do you reckon Clutzy's in?
Mate, he's been stewing over this. Clutzy, not a lot phases Clutzy, like not a lot.
No,
he doesn't
it's
give a shit about anything really. But I can
proper
tell,
rattled me.
I can tell straight away that this had him shook.
It was fucked. And the thing, like the group chat the whole time, they were like, come over.
Yeah.
Come over to our side. It's better to support together. And I was like, oh, you guys will all roast me if I fucking start supporting the Broncos.
You can't do it now.
Can't do it, hey.
Yeah,
then-
if you were going to do it, it had to be pre last week.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
now that the Broncos have beaten the Storm, it's like, well, you can't jump ship now.
No.
Pretty cocky.
One of the boys even went as far as saying that game should have been the game to decide my allegiance.
Like whoever won. won, Clutzy would have supported
You
next
do
year.
have like one of the softest spots for the Broncos that I have seen by a non-fan.
Because he's from Queensland.
And
He's from Brisbane.
Yeah, exactly. So the soft is it's a very soft
Bro,
spot.
I grew up around the corner from Red Hill. Like I used to go down and watch them train. You know
Not
what I
many
mean?
people could be closer to the Broncos club
know,
and
it's-
not support them.
I mean, even I was dying in section 751 on
Do you know
Friday
how
night.
fucking hard it was not to go like this?
So people who don't know, Clutz is currently doing the
is-
celebration that the Broncos do.
It is my
every show.
favourite thing to do.
Especially when you're full of a few beers. It's
Oh,
fucking,
man. And when
That's
you
what
were
it
full
is.
of
That's what it
boys.
is.
It's more
After
contagious than
like
COVID.
the second, third beer, if the Bronx score,
Yeah.
it's like a physical reaction. Like you can't.
it's like a fucking someone addicted to a vape trying to stay away. You're like, oh, must not pump arms.
Bro, it was so fucked. But like, I am a Melbourne man. I do have a very, very soft spot for the Broncos.
And by extension, Paddy Carrigan.
Yeah. Well, like the whole reason he supports Melbourne is because of a great Queenslander. Paddy Carrigan, obviously a great Queenslander. So like, it kind of makes sense to soft
Should
spot
I
there.
be punished for things that I made decisions of as an 8-year-old boy?
Yeah, mate. Sometimes.
You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean, Pat?
Do you
Do you know what I mean, Pat? I was fucking 8 years old,
You did
bro.
not realise that the 8-year-old Clutzy did not realise the positions he would be in and the fact that Paddy Carrigan would be saying he's never having a beer with you ever
I was going to
again.
say Pat was just a fucking thought in his dad's balls, but he was probably a little bit older than that at that point.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, how was I to know that fucking some bloke with
Do you
the
reckon
most
as well-
luscious hair, the best physique, and just
Dude,
an
how's
all-round
the
good
chest
bloke?
on him? He's massive.
Bro, he's fucking huge.
Yeah, he's big.
Like,
And
just-
really nice guy too.
Yeah.
And also smart. It's not fair. Clutzy, do you think the fact that you have had a beer with him previously is making you more rocks? Like now you
Yeah.
know what you're missing out on for
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah, 100%, bro. It's like I know what's there,
Yeah.
and I know it's in my backyard.
Yep.
And when you can't play in your backyard because mum says no, it's fucked.
Because your backyard's in a different state.
And you know what makes it even? Yeah, exactly.
don't even
You're
have
so
backyards
far
in
from your
Melbourne.
No, they don't.
Terrace
Terraces in Melbourne.
And I actually hate
Freezing
that.
cold, yeah.
Juliet balconies in Melbourne.
And I love backyards. I love the open space, man. I think what makes it hard as well is also that my dad is also a member of 2 clubs.
Yep.
Which he has a legitimate reason for, though.
Yeah, but he's not a Broncos supporter either. Yeah.
No. So he has a legitimate reason for why he does that, as I've spoken of before. You know, like, I suppose going to the games could be good, but I don't know if I could bring myself to have a membership for another club.
Yeah, okay. I see what you mean. But before we get any further, what I do want to do is I want to start a movement. Have a beer with Clutz.
Yeah.
Paddy, please have a beer with Clutz.
Please, dude.
Tell us what he needs to do to make it up to you.
Sure,
We'll wait
there's
for
a checklist.
we'll wait for the off season, bro. But it'd be fucking sick to have a beer with you again and not feel like the worst person in Brisbane.
And Clutzy will do whatever it takes. You let us
Yeah.
know what's needed, and
Yeah.
we'll make sure it happens as a cohort so that together we can all have a beer. We might even invite Donny along.
Maybe.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice, you know.
He doesn't have any connection to the Broncos though.
No, that's true. He doesn't.
Well, I am technically,
Sorry,
What? Sorry, what? What's happening here?
technically, I do have some connections to the Broncos.
Oh,
so?
what? You live in Brisbane?
Yeah. This is technically it's like the Brisbane, the Caxton. I have a membership, and other
No!
You have a membership to the Brisbane Broncos. You're a club member. Ah, this is interesting stuff.
Oh my god!
technically, I'm a ticketed member. Technically,
Are you fucking
How
serious?
can you explain why are you fucking?
well,
Turncoat?
if you live in Brisbane and you want to go watch the Broncos play, it's much cheaper.
You hate the Broncos.
But it's just so much cheaper to be a member.
Do you go to every game?
No.
So what's
I get
the point?
a four game flexi pass every year, and that gets me into Souths, Cows, Finns, I guess, and maybe if there's a big game on.
I can't believe it. The man who hates the Broncos the most
That's
is supporting the club.
fucked.
Is a
I'm
way
a
of being a
step
member.
closer to you than having a beer with Paddy because I'm a member.
Well,
even if I bump into him at a member event,
I've had a beer with Paddy, so
I've
tick
had
that
a
one
beer
off.
with Paddy too.
I've actually had a
You
beer
went
with
home
Paddy.
with your mum.
Yeah, well, there you go. You went home with your mum. Yeah, Donny,
Lovely lady, by the way.
that actually makes a fair bit of sense. Like I always had a slight suspicion you're a trader. That sort of like nail in the coffin, but I actually got a text during the week from a good friend of ours, Mitch Jones.
Oh, yeah.
And he just texted me out of the blue. Haven't spoken to Jonesy in a few weeks. He's like, "You've got a trader among you." And I
Mitch
was like,
Jones of Steve Jones Landscaping and Hardware Services.
so for people who might be very confused, our good friend Mitch works somewhere that actually conveniently is right next to where Donny works. And Mitch informed us that a pizza delivery driver from a separate company that is not Domino's entered his presence and was looking for a Mr. Tom Donny Sports Watkins. So you've turned your back on your fucking city. You've turned your back on the Cowboys with the membership for the Broncos, and now you've turned your back on this podcast. Are you just spinning in circles at this point?
Well, I don't know where's up, where's down. I'm just trying to keep a grip on reality. For those just listening, Clutzy's grimacing at me. No, it was out of my
Fucked!
It was completely out of my control.
No, it wasn't. We had this discussion last week.
We had a discussion together.
We even worked out how much cheaper it is by using the code with BBB.
If it makes
3PL, I believe it is. It's pickup.
PU.
PU. Well, fuck you.
If it makes you feel better, I used 2 Domino's codes last week. So,
Yeah, okay.
you know,
Okay.
I'm doing my bit. I'm doing
Yeah.
what I can.
Well, you could have used 6.
And for what it's worth, I'll never be using the other company ever again.
I would hope not.
It was fucking torture. I forgot to order a gluten-free pizza.
Oh.
I called them and said, I just need one gluten-free pizza. Can you please add it on the delivery? They said no. I had to go and pick up this pizza and I drove behind the delivery car the whole way back. And then the guy he looked at me.
Did you follow him into Steve Jones?
He got his 10 pizzas out of the car and saw me walk in with one pizza box from the same company. And he must have just been so rattled. Like, what's happening
so
here?
you've turned your back
so
on your-
never again. I will only be using code BBBPIZ for my Domino's from now on.
good.
So you've also turned your back on your workmates who are gluten intolerant as well. So that's nice to know. That's the measure of the man who
You
sits
got to
on
draw
the
the line
couch.
somewhere.
Fuck those guys.
Fuck. You think you know a man.
Yeah.
Then he goes and has a Broncos membership. Which actually doesn't sound like a bad idea.
It sounds quite economical.
It's quite economical. As a common man as I am, it's
Yeah.
quite economical.
Yeah, not common enough to use a discount code for Domino's though. Interesting.
There's only so much that code can be used. I remember that you told me the numbers the first week, and I was happy to know I probably contributed 50%.
Big week for Don. But yeah, if anyone can get in touch with Paddy Carrigan, please pass on our sincere apologies for Josh's alliance, and just Paddy, let us know what we need to do to have a beer with you, mate.
Happy to wait till after finals. I don't want to fuck any sort of preparation.
No, and we will crawl through broken glass together.
I'll do anything. Righto, guys, it's coming to the pointy end of everyone's season, whether you're a professional football player or an amateur. And when I say it's the pointy end, it means that we're coming to the biggest thing of the year.
Yep.
And it's not a grand final.
No.
It's Mad fucking Monday.
It is mad.
Yes,
fucking
It is Mad Monday. So, unfortunately, I missed out on my Mad Monday this year, and it's been eating me up. I had 2 weeks off from work and couldn't get that extra Monday off. It's what happens when you work for the man.
Can you imagine the first Mad Monday? I was just about to say, can you imagine the first Mad Monday you have when you quit your job and come full-time BBB?
You'll have
It's
to come
gonna
along.
Josh will go missing. We'll have to pre-record. He'll be missing for a week, I reckon. Yeah.
No, I reckon it'll be all right. It'll
Yeah.
be like after that Super Bowl episode where I
we
was
are
fucking maggot.
blind, yeah.
No good. But what we're going to do is we've each got a little bit of a criteria, and we're going to build the ultimate Mad Monday here.
Yeah.
All right?
We're
So
basically going to debate our picks. Well, not
Yeah.
debate our picks, but just have a discussion.
just have a discussion.
Yeah.
So we've got 5 different things. We're going to hit it off with location. Donny, what's your location for your ultimate Mad Monday?
Is this a situation where someone takes it, other people can't?
No. I think we just
No, you say whatever you
we all
reckon.
bring something to the party and then we decide.
This room.
Yeah.
This
Right.
room.
Yeah.
This room that we sit in right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was a thought process of mine as well.
Yeah.
Great room for it, away from the public eye, which is
Yeah.
good. Drenched in history.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be a draft, so I prepared a few.
No, yeah. No.
No, if you're happy with that.
This room is just so much fun.
Yeah.
And Magic Round this year was so much fun. But if we weren't allowed to use this room because it's a cop-out, I would like the inside of Suncorp Stadium.
That'd be
Wow.
pretty cool.
Like,
that's
in the
fucking
sheds
huge.
or
No, just
in
like
the seats and shit.
on the
No,
field.
like lock the front gate,
Yep.
You could do whatever you want in there.
Because remember after the 2005 grand final, the photo of Robbie Farah on the Leichhardt Oval scoreboard.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's your own little kingdom, you know?
Yeah, fuck
so
yeah.
you and the boys just lock in at Suncorp
Someone's in the commentary
Stadium.
box, someone's front row,
insane.
like someone's hanging off the crossbar.
Exactly.
You could recreate Denham Kemp's try.
Yes, dude, yes.
So I just
few
think I can
noses.
lock in at Suncorp here, or why not both?
Yeah.
Why not both?
Get the
You're in
tunnel
close
going.
enough
Get the
proximity.
tunnel going.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Das, what's yours?
Just to preface this as well, we had this segment planned for last week and we didn't get time to do it and I haven't changed anything. And this is going to come off the back of me getting paid out for talking about Bali for too long and too often. But I had Finn's Beach Club in Bali.
Oh, no.
That place is lawless.
Oh, we get it. You went to Bali,
It's
bro.
it's like a nightclub with a pool. And fun fact, they literally search people up when they try and book, and you can't book if you're a professional footy player.
Wow.
The bloke whose
Wow.
bucks it was, his brother could not book.
could not book because he's a
Yeah,
professional
he plays
player in Japan.
Yeah.
But didn't you just say there's no rules?
Well, that's
the
once
only
you
rule.
once you enter the gates. there's-
Right.
Well, I didn't run into any rules. Like,
That's a good rule to have.
yeah,
Like
no rules.
no disrespect to footy players, but you.
But that's what I'm saying as well. If there's got to be a reason that footy players are banned, and that means they've had a good time.
And
there.
also, it's so honest of the club to be honest with themselves enough to be like, we cannot handle of you. Like, we cannot withstand.
We're not gonna
this
sugarcoat it.
as an establishment. This
Yeah.
will not happen.
We've met Nelson and we don't want to meet him
we
again.
don't want to see him ever again. Yeah, footy players could single-handedly destroy our security team.
Yeah,
so,
fuck.
but yeah, I had Finn's Beach Club. Very well
Yeah,
checked.
yeah,
well
I like
priced
that, I
piss.
like that.
Pool, lots of fun in the pool. You know, sun's out. Be fantastic. DJs, they get Skrillex and shit playing there. Be wild.
right.
The only problem is the other public's there. But I mean, if there's
My
no
only
if
thing
there's
is
no
like
budget,
the plane trip.
oh bro, imagine how wild the plane trip would be.
If you like, yeah,
get
if you
a
like,
chartered flight.
and if you and it like Jetstar when it's like $200 one way,
Yeah.
the boys just all chip in and get the whole flight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, it's going to be a bit of a theme with mine. I'm more of a purist.
Yep.
Okay. Now, to me, the ultimate Mad Monday is locking back in at your clubhouse.
Yep.
Right? You're away from the public eye. You already know the ins and outs of the entire location, and you're there with all your mates. You're there with the boys that you've played the whole season with. You're there with your whole club. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. You can get different types of entertainment. It's amazing to see where ping pong balls can come from.
Also, the good thing about I feel like most clubhouses is they're like Besser block, cement. Like you can't do much
Yeah.
damage in there,
Yeah.
right? They just
Yeah.
hose it out at the end and
Yeah.
fucking whatever. You might have to replace a few
exactly.
chairs or something, but
Yeah.
like you could cause some damage at Suncorp.
Yeah. I've never seen
And then have to drain the pool of fins.
I haven't seen anyone destroy anything on a Mad Monday
Yeah.
down at Jeeps. So my ideal location, of course, would be Jeeps Clubhouse. But I just think in general, it should be at your local clubhouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
Where you've spent your entire season and most of your career.
I feel like that's also very like achievable for everyone out there listening.
Yeah.
Like if you're a fucking random 6th grade rugby player in Sydney, there's probably no chance you're going to Finns or Suncorp for your Mad Monday.
no.
But yeah,
So what do we reckon?
it's tough.
It's tough
because
because
it is
if it's
your
the
ultimate.
ultimate.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate. So you have to
If you could
imagine
do whatever you wanted.
like I know how great 6th grade is, but like for a moment transcend into the mind where you are at the absolute pinnacle of the sport.
Yeah, and you can do whatever
Is
the
that
fuck
what we're
you want.
talking about here?
I'm actually leaning towards Donny's pick mainly because Josh, I think mine involves too much of the public, which is not what you want.
Yeah.
And the essence of yours is being with your team,
Yeah.
locked in, do what you want.
Yeah.
I feel like Suncorp's just a bit more grandeur than the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
So we're
Okay.
locking in the inside
Yeah.
of Suncorp Stadium.
yeah, okay.
I like it.
And if you can have your whole club, I think it'd be good because the more the merrier.
Yeah.
Particularly if you're
Yeah,
in a
yeah, yeah.
52,000
Seated
Seated
venue.
stadium.
Yeah. Make some noise.
Yeah.
The
cock.
next one we had was the theme. Now I'm reading mine and fuck, it sucks. So does someone else want to kick it off?
Oh no, you kick it off if it's shit.
Well, mine was to come dressed as your favorite emoji, and I can't even remember why I wrote that down.
That is pretty shit.
That's very shit.
But I also there could be some hilarity from that.
That's what I was thinking. You could take it in a. You know
I'd
what
go
I mean?
as the eggplant.
Well, you can go a step further and go dress as a penis and say my favorite emoji is the eggplant. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much anything that's popping into my
Yep.
head right now. I can't remember why else I wrote it down. So
Yeah.
I like the idea of coming, and again, I was imagining I was playing for a 1st grade football side.
Yep.
But you come dressed as your favorite story about the club that year.
Yeah,
Ooh.
okay.
Your
I don't
favorite
mind that
news
at all.
story, like even if it's complete bullshit, you like dress up in some kind
Yeah,
of
Like
way.
some sort of stupid rumor.
Yeah,
Like,
to
Jeez,
portray that.
like if you
yeah.
play
Love
for
to
the
see what the Cowboys are dressing up as.
if you could dress as if you were playing for the Tigers, you could come dressed as a barbecue, for instance.
exactly,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck, it'd be so
That
good.
is pretty good.
My one is iconic groups. So you get
Yep.
together with the boys and you come as like, I don't know, you could be like
ABBA.
the ABBA Big Four. You could come as like lifeguards or some shit.
The Jamaican bobsled team.
Yep.
Yep.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yep.
Fucking the original Star Wars goats, all
Yep.
that sort of shit. But you just lock in on a theme. Or you lock in on a group and you just all go, and it's awesome seeing a collection of people. I did see a really funny one this year from somewhere in Melbourne, and it was their group theme was the running of the bulls.
Yep.
And they had someone dress up as a bull. And they were all in the
Wearing
red
white and
shit,
shit,
with
yeah.
white,
Yeah.
running down. And they were just going through suburban streets of Melbourne. One guy's go, and they're all running away from him laughing.
That's very, very
So
good.
like that sort of
You
vibe.
could get that allows you to get very creative, but you're still sort
Yeah.
of bonding as a team.
Be like chips and seagulls.
Yeah.
That
Clutz
sort of
has got
shit.
a weird infatuation with dressing as chips and seagulls. He's tried to make our group do it like 10 times. Let's go to the cricket and someone dresses as a seagull and everyone else dresses chips, and I can chase you around the gabba all day.
Seagull.
So
He'd be the
fun.
seagull, no doubt. I don't think he's putting his hand up for chip duty.
Yeah, well, he wants to chase the chips around the gabba. He's like, imagine
Dress
like
ups
a
are
score.
disarming. That's what's so good about dress ups is they're so disarming.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
hard
yeah.
to take someone seriously when they're dressed as a chip.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it just simply is.
But I can imagine our friendship group, someone would be like, let's go for a run, but like, fuck off, cunt. Like, we're not doing that. Shut the fuck up. Last 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Donny, but I'm siding with Clutzy here.
Yeah, no,
I'm starting with
absolutely.
myself.
I think you
I can
want
see
to
the
be
lightsaber battles in the middle of the
Yeah.
state
and you want to
park
be
right
bringing
now.
people together. So there's like
Yeah.
obviously groups of people, but then it also allows you to get creative and
Yeah.
like take it wherever you want. So
That's it. The Jeeves boys this year did Barbie, like
Yep.
Barbie movie theme.
Like
so
it.
you could come as a version of Barbie or a version of Ken.
Yep.
And most of the boys went as Barbie.
Yep.
So that was really fun. Yeah. And like
no surprises
bright.
there.
So it
In
was
fact,
really
if you
good to
came
see.
as Ken, I'm sure you would have got paid out.
Oh, yeah, big way.
Fucking
Righto,
100%.
Shredded.
Alrighty, the next thing we've got activities.
Yep.
So you can't just rock up and drink.
No.
Yeah.
You got to have some activities. I'll kick it off. I like a few of the classic ones. You got Goanna pools. You know what a Goanna pool
I know what
is?
a Goanna pool is, but explain it to the people who don't.
So a Goanna pool, you get a couple of belts, you tie them together, and you get blokes down in a nice strong stance with the belts around their heads, and there's a line, and you've got to pull the other bloke all the way back over the line. It's sort of like Goanna wrestling, where
Yep.
Goannas just go at each other, and it's a tug of war of the mind, basically.
Yeah. A real.
But mostly the neck.
Bro, you do that halfway through the day and get everyone cheering it. It is fucking elite.
Yep.
A lot of screaming, a lot of yahooing. It's good fun.
A lot of testosterone.
Yes. Now, throughout the day, you also need some beer pong. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a nice
Standard.
standard thing to help the consumption of beverages to keep you well hydrated and lubricated. Boat races. You
Yep.
get your teams in. You get your best blokes from your teams.
Again,
You
bringing
line
people
them
together.
up. Bringing people together. And this is what it's all about. Bringing people together. The nude run for the scoreless gimps.
Yeah.
Gotta happen.
You gotta have the nudie.
Yeah.
And the best thing about the nudie is that everyone is respectful and it never gets shared anywhere.
Yeah.
So
if
I
you
like
share
that.
a nude run that someone does, you
Yeah.
are a fucking dog.
You're a sicko.
yeah,
And then
legit.
the last thing, if you've got your whole club together, what has to happen? The premiership winning teams have to come up front and they get honoured, and you sing your team songs, and
Yeah.
that is a bonding experience like no other.
Yeah, especially after a few Goanna wrestles and nude
Yeah,
runs. Yeah,
exactly.
And heaps of piss.
And if you do the team song and praising of the premiership straight after the nude run, there's a lot of slapping all over the place. You don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But that's some of my activities.
Donny, did you have any activities?
He's just pretty much summed up the activity.
Yeah.
I wrote down flip cup, but
Yeah. Similar sort of thing. I had one because I thought we were just going to do one, but I don't think we even need to like debate here. We just include them all, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
And that's the best part about the activities is
Yep.
that you can't have enough.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Mine might be a bit tough given the costume thing, but I feel like we could still make it work. It's a game called Map of Africa. I don't know if you two boys are across it.
No.
Basically, usually it's some sort of challenge. So like whatever it will be throughout the day, and whoever loses the challenge has to partake in the Map of Africa. And basically you have to wear like cream colored chinos, long pants. And then if you lose, you have to stand up in front of everyone and try and paint a map of Africa on your leg with your own piss. So you have to like piss yourself and do your best to make it into a map of Africa.
I really hope the bloke that's done that is listening.
Yeah, I've seen some videos and it's fucking hilarious. There'd be nothing more shameful in my opinion than having to do it.
It'd be so funny.
It would be so funny. Yeah.
That is a perfect activity.
Yep. Again, if you're sharing videos of that sort of stuff, then you should be thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Moving on, was there a group of people that you guys would like to invite onto your Ultimate Mad Monday?
I was thinking and this is a bit of yarn about it.
Yeah.
I want the 2020 Queensland Maroons there.
Yep.
But
Big Edric Lee fan.
Yeah, and massive. The Lee boys have a special place in my heart. But I think in this bringing people together, big environment, who better to marry back up two of the biggest piss wrecks in rugby league history, the Johns brothers? What better environment would there be to bring some people back together?
The best thing is they could punch on with each other and then they'd be done with it. And
exactly. And they're surrounded by, the 2020 Queensland side is the epitome of coming together.
Yeah.
It is the epitome of men coming together. So who better to mend the hearts of two broken New South Welshmen than the 2020 Origin side?
Just get everyone coming together.
Yeah, exactly. They need a bit of Caxton Suncorp spirit, I think.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to delay and come together, but I feel like if they leave it long enough, it'll happen.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I have gone for... you could bring in all these other people, but once again, I just want my team.
Yep.
Yeah.
The boys I've been with. I don't really want to bring in any outside noise.
Yep.
My thought process is I do not have a team.
Yeah.
But
Or
there
you
would
boys.
be
It'd just be us three in Suncorp Stadium.
It'd be so grim.
party hats and
All three of us individually dressed up as the greatest group.
Yeah. And a massive, massive pile of avocado seeds.
Darcy just pissing himself.
Yeah, map of Africa from the Caxton Street end.
fucking hell. But yeah, I just want my team there in the club. That's all I'd have.
Again, this was written last week. I had the North Queensland Cowboys mainly because they had a week head start on most people, but they've come out in the media and proved this week why they'd be good to get involved as well.
Allegedly proved.
So yeah, I reckon we just invite everyone.
Yeah.
Clutzy's club, the Cowboys and the Johns brothers. Be a great party.
And the 2020 Origin boys.
Yeah, the 2020 Origin boys, of course. Finally, did we have a rule or list of rules that we want to implement?
Yes.
Go.
My biggest rule is every hour on the hour minimum, everybody there has to be backing the same horse in the same race.
Like it.
Oh, I
At
like
least
that
once an hour.
a lot.
I really like that a lot. We should
love
implement
that
that
a
in
lot.
our punk club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It's
is
a great
sick.
rule. Yeah.
That is a very good rule. Thank you for that.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Do you have one or a couple?
I have one.
Yep.
Mine was just to put your phones in a bowl, no phones.
Yeah, I
I've
like
been,
that.
I've been to a Bucks party which got very dark and there was a strict no phones policy. Like someone pulled their phone out and the brother of the buck literally threw it across the road. He was like, people could lose their jobs for what's going on here. Like, we just don't need this. And it just meant that everyone was relaxed and having a good time. No one's looking over their shoulder. Like,
So good.
phones in the bowl. You don't need to be posting about this on Instagram. Could come back and bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking 100%. I like that.
Yeah.
On top of Donny's one, every hour on the hour, on top of backing the same horse, you all have to come together and just have like a meeting and hold
It's a big day.
and
How soon after the first?
hold people accountable
Yes.
for anything they've done in the last
Kangaroo
hour.
court.
Yeah, basically a
On
kangaroo
the
court
hour.
of such.
Fuck, that's brutal.
It's not a kangaroo court. It's like you come together and you've all got to be inside, and you might do like your team war cry or some shit like that, or you might just do something stupid. You might have your activies
I was going
happening.
to say,
there.
like this hour's beer pong,
and
next hour's
if
foot
you're
cup.
not in, if it's like you got 2 minutes to be in, if someone's not in, they get punishments.
Yep. Map of Africa.
I'm very, very big on the punishments. Now, with Mad Mondays, there is a set time that everyone should be there by.
Starting off the day, you mean?
Starting off the day.
Yep.
If you come later, there is a punishment.
Yep.
And the punishment is there as a judiciary, all right?
Yep.
And it's mainly the senior players or senior people involved around the club. So just whoever the fuck's played the most games essentially.
Yep.
They decide the punishment. Punishments I've seen, there's just been a nice slap on the face followed by a quick scull of a beer. That's been a good one.
Power slap.
It's a good one because it's like, oh shit. And then you immediately scull a beer and you're like, oh, okay,
I'm back.
This is where I'm meant to be. So I like that one. Pick a few songs and every time they're played, you've got to do an action. So we had the other year,
I like that a lot.
the baddest of them all.
Yeah.
So you got music playing all the
remember
time.
seeing this shit.
And it was like,
It's so funny.
every time the baddest of them all plays, you've got 5 seconds to get off the floor because the floor is lava. And then, so you just hear this dun, 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 dun,
and then everyone
dun.
just fucking
and then everyone's away. And then as soon as it's like, do, 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 she's the baddest of them all, everyone has to be dancing.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And if you don't, you got to finish your drink.
I really like that.
Really good one. Another one that I really liked was Ring of Fire.
Yep.
Whenever that plays, you got to get on your back and act like a cockroach that's been stuck on its back.
What's that got to do? Oh, is that nothing to do with the actual song?
No,
playing
nothing to
there?
do with the song, but it was just
No,
funny.
no hang-ups on baddest of them
No.
all and floor is lava though.
Yeah, yeah,
That
sorry.
made perfect
Well,
sense
just
in your
when,
mind.
when
Yeah.
Clutzy went like this, I thought he was doing something. I
Nah.
don't.
So
Well,
that's-
usually when Clutzy talks about his burning ring of fire, it's got something to do with his day. So.
Yeah.
Talking about tikka masala.
Yeah, exactly. Some fucking
But,
spicy pepperoni or something.
And then, of course, just your standard Buffalo.
Yep.
And
Like
if you don't know what that is, become a part of the
Buffalo.
Buffalo Club because we're not telling you.
yeah, that's all this chat's gonna be horny as for a massive piss up.
It's so much fun. The thing, I just think the ultimate thing about Mad Monday is everyone has to buy into it.
Yeah.
As long as we actually had last year at the Bowls Club, there was some plovers nesting on the green. And if people spoke out of turn to whoever was in charge of the day, there was like cones set up around this plover's nest.
And
you had to go sit in the exclusion zone. And it's
And
like,
get swooped.
yeah, and like they're literally there and they've just got wings that go,
Swooping is
and these
no
guys
joke.
are just sitting there like,
I got swooped today. Terrifying stuff.
yeah, it's not good.
When's our Mad Monday?
Yeah, dude. We want to have a Christmas party with our manager and everyone he manages, so you can probably come along to that.
Yeah.
As well. We'll
Thanks,
ask for
man.
a +1, but we actually need to get in his ear about that. It'd be fucking
Yeah,
good.
we
I reckon.
do. We do.
Hopefully
We'll do it
here, so we don't have to travel because everyone's
Yeah.
here, there,
Well,
and
this
everywhere.
room.
Yeah.
Or I can see what I can pull
Yeah.
some
You're a
strings through
Broncos
my
member, so
membership.
see if you can get us into Suncorp.
With Paddy Carrigan.
Yeah.
All right, so Das has alerted me to something that's happened in the World Cup. England have been tackling like shit recently.
Yeah.
A lot of red cards, all that sort of jazz.
Not a great period in sport for England, really, is it?
No, has there ever been a good period?
Hasn't been a
in
great
sport?
millennia for England.
No, hasn't been a good existence.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our English listeners. We
Yeah.
appreciate you, by the way.
Yeah, 100% we do.
But not as much as we appreciate the Welsh, the Scottish, and the Irish listeners.
He does not speak on behalf of the podcast. He's speaking out of turn.
Shout out to fucking
We love
Ireland,
everyone equally.
allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Darcy does not speak for me on the
Clutzy does not speak for the business.
But this fella, Tom Curry, got red carded.
Yep.
All right. He's got a 2-match ban from the World Cup. It's been
Yep.
downgraded. How's it been downgraded? He's gone to tackling school.
There's a tackling school.
What
There
is this?
is a tackling school. World Rugby's coaching intervention panel, also known as Tackle School, is a program designed to help educate players and improve their tackling technique after they've received a red card for a dangerous tackle and, if completed, can help them reduce the severity of their bans.
So almost literally one of the best players in the world playing in England will be a top tier nation in the World Cup.
top tier
right?
nation.
Playing in
Yeah,
a top
allegedly.
tier nation in the World Cup, and he's had to go back to tackling school.
Yeah, to teach him better techniques about
Some real
tackling.
head
just
license stuff about this.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this like when you get done for drink driving and you have to go and do like the fucking, you know what I mean? They like
Yeah.
slap you on the wrist.
It's
and you go-
rehabilitation.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
rehab. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I think it's a
hate
crock
it
of
though.
shit.
Tackling rehab.
Yeah, tackling.
How long you been in for? Oh, fuck. I just need to clothesline someone.
It's my 5th time back. Derek Sims and me. I like it because this is clearly something that their version of the Players Association has come up with.
Yeah.
You know, it's about getting back on the field, or maybe it's the coaches
Yeah.
because like clearly there's no merit in it. They haven't simply forgot how to tackle.
Yeah,
but I like that it's just like, oh well, if he learns again, then he'll be fine, right? Because he's getting punished for doing the wrong thing, and also it's like, oh, I'm sure that he didn't mean it. Like, you know, I reckon they should bring that into league.
Yeah, fuck.
Victor Radley would be there
Yeah.
every week. He'd
Yeah,
be
Radley
the
would have
most-
his masters.
the most graduated student
his
in
hex
tackle
step.
history.
Radley's hex step. You have to fucking offset his salary with a
He'd
hex
be
step.
literally
Yeah.
paying to play for the Roosters.
Absolutely ridiculous. But Das, it's got us thinking. The 6th grade school of rugby.
Because we're thinking, what the fuck is right? Like, what else could they possibly be teaching you in tackle school?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
But
So
it's
obviously we
fucking
have
hit and stick.
we
That's
have
it.
we have no idea what's going to be happening. It's professional rugby, but what we do have some sort of idea on it, and not me personally, but my good friend Josh
Yep.
is 6th grade. So I thought Clutzy could give us a few lessons in 6th grade rugby school.
Yeah, righto. So I've got a couple of teachers and what they'll be teaching
Okay.
at the 6th grade rugby academy. Yeah, it's the art of playing 80 in brackets 60 to 70 without doing much on the field but making it seem like you did heaps. This is pivotal for blowing smoke up your own ass to the misso and mates saying that you played a full game.
Clutzy, speaking of people who have their masters, this fucking guy.
Well, guess what? Taught by Josh Clotiver.
He's a tutor, yeah.
There
He
is
wrote the
something-
textbook.
It is so funny when you go along and it's like, holy fuck, I've just done a full week of work. I'm so fucked. And we've got no people on the bench. How am I going to play a full game? Well, let me tell you this. You do 1 out of every 10 carries, you get over that gain line, and then you just sort of go,
Plant both hands on your hips.
then you also play the edges.
Yep.
Because as we all know in rugby union, the ball never gets to the edges.
Yep.
Yeah.
So at least you're in position.
Yep.
You're not actually doing much.
Much, yeah. Lots of walking.
Yeah,
Plenty of
there's
time to recover.
Shit tons of walking. Also, the best thing about 6th grade is the amount of drop ball.
Yep.
Yep.
Turnovers.
Because there's uncontested scrums. So you always have a little bit of a breather, probably every 3 to 4 minutes. And that's being generous. I'd say probably every 2. I haven't seen more than double-digit phases put together since the dawn of time.
Ever.
So there's so many breaks. But if you need a hand or knowing how to play a full game, on your man to show you how to do that. Now, on top of that, minutes of effort.
Yep.
Taught by the great John Lambourne.
Yep, great man.
Johnny was a teacher of ours at school. He's managed me at footy. And every time he's come down this year, he's like, I just want to see 3 minutes of effort.
Yep.
And I asked John, what is effort? He's like, you'll know what my minutes of effort will be because I'll be calling them out to you throughout the game.
I've had the privilege of watching Clutzy play, and Lambourne has just been peppering him. It's like half time. He's like, mate, you haven't even given me 30 seconds yet.
It's so
Your
fun.
heart rate hasn't fucking gotten
I was
high
like, Johnny, I just did a great run then. He's like, yeah, mate, but there's only 4 seconds of intensity. That's only 4 seconds of effort. I was like, bro, give me a break.
In fairness,
man.
all he asked for was about 3 minutes of intensity throughout the whole game. So
Yeah.
you don't have to do too much.
No, but it's like, what? How do you measure effort? And that's where
Yeah.
John comes in. He did come and see me in the prelim where I got injured, and he said, lots of effort. Plenty of minutes of effort.
Effort's probably more important than
Yeah.
minutes on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Oh, big way.
100%. Because if you're doing those little effort plays, it means that you've probably done something awesome.
Yep. Game changing.
40-meter run or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
huge.
20 meter run.
How many
Yes.
minutes of effort you reckon you're averaging over the season? What's your average
I don't know. How long's a piece of
MOE?
string?
Oh,
Probably about 2 minutes.
2 minutes MOE on average?
Not very long.
Yeah, how long can you uncoil a piece of string?
How long can you
2
stretch
minutes.
it out if you pull it as tight as you can?
So, yeah, I don't know. It really depends on the day.
And the week he's had.
Yeah.
And the opposition. Lots of factors.
And seriously, not seriously, maybe beverages. You didn't hear that, Queensland Suburban Rugby.
Yeah.
The Art of Hiding Durries from the Kids with Sir Nathan Shaw.
Yeah. Love it.
So hopefully he's not listening to this in the car or else I've outed him. And if you are, kids, it's all a joke.
But yeah, obviously lots
But
of
yeah.
families around club footy.
Lots of families around club footy, and particularly when you're playing your 6th grade, you got some of the older fellas playing. And when I say old, I only mean for like late 30s, 40s.
Yeah. Love a
But
banger.
you've got family.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, a lot of them grew up on durries.
Yeah.
They were moulded by Darius.
Who are we to take that away from them?
Can't take it away from them, not at all. Can't take it away from their wives either.
Yep.
Sarah, settle down.
Yeah, you love a Durry, Sarah.
She
We know.
loves a Durry. Now, Shorey is so good at hiding the Durry.
Yeah, right. Bit of a magician.
Mate, it's ridiculous.
Maybe you should go to Platinum 180 and teach them.
Put
how
it
to-
this, mate. Put it this way. I believe it's Platinum 175, isn't
sorry,
it, Donny?
You're the one telling the story,
Yeah.
baby.
Someone Google that for us.
Yeah. So, Shorey, there was one game we went to, right, and he's got a young son, Bill. Now, Bill was an energetic 9-year-old,
Yep.
10-year-old. I forgot how old he is now. It's actually scary.
Not old enough to smoke Durries.
No, definitely not old enough to smoke Durries. So Shorey was just like trying to occupy him while we're watching first grade. And he's like, do you want some chips, Bill? Here's my card. Go over and get chips from your sister. So he's had to run all the way around the outside of the field and then line up in this massive line and then walk back with this big box of chips. Big task for a 9 or 10-year-old.
Big task.
He sets off on his way and Shorey goes, thank fuck I can have a durry now. I'm like, what? He goes, oh yeah. Whenever I need to have a durry, I just send Bill off to go get food. And that's a tried and true method.
Yeah.
It's
Not his first time down at Yoku Road.
No, definitely not. So Nathan is an expert at that. Good to have him. A simple but also effective class is the next one.
Yeah.
How to show up.
Yeah. Very
that's-
important. That can be carried outside of the footy
Yeah.
season as well.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean showing up on the field. It's
No.
rocking up to the games every week. Yeah, you might play, you might support, you might manage, but it's also showing up for
when
the
it counts.
piss-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're always there whenever
Mad
there's a
Mondays.
social thing. Yeah. You know who teaches that?
Who?
The MILF Hunter.
Yeah, loves it.
Harry fucking Meeker. There
Yeah.
is no man that is better in the game than showing up than Harry Meeker.
Yep.
He's
Shout
an
out to him.
inspiration to all, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, he's what we all should strive to be
Yeah.
like.
I've really enjoyed. He hasn't been able to really play for the last 2 years. He's had a fucked shoulder.
Yep.
But he shows up every week to get on the piss and support the boys.
Fuck yeah.
Away games drives people to the games. It's a
It's what you
massive
want.
lift from such
It's
a
what you
young
want.
man. Honestly, what you need at a club.
Yep.
And he can teach you how to do it from a young age as well.
Yep.
Which I think is awesome. And then last but not least, you need to know the art of the bender.
Yep.
And you're getting taught by the whole fucking team.
Yep. That speaks for
Because
itself.
we will bring you in. We will bring you in and nurture you and show you how to bend. Most of the boys, as I said, we play on a Friday night.
Yep.
That's your duties done for the weekend. Now, particularly the single boys,
Yep.
you have a big weekend ahead.
Yep.
Because you got Friday, Saturday, and then if you're a uni student, you got Sunday.
Yep.
The boys just keep going through, keep rolling through.
Next thing you know, it's training. You don't turn up.
No, you don't go to training. Don't go to training.
Does the show up class involve training?
Absolutely not.
No.
So basically what we're saying is what they should be teaching these professional players is not how to tackle.
No.
It's how to play a full game.
Yep.
How to have an impact and
Yep.
have high intensity.
Yep.
How to hide a durry from your kids.
Yep.
How to show up
Yep.
and how to bend.
That's it. Now,
Eddie Jones, if you're listening,
Watch your back, bro.
give us a call. Happy to collaborate. Happy to
definitely.
collaborate.
You don't need technique. You just need camaraderie.
That's it.
I think that's all you need. Now, look, there is some whispers that we might be putting a little thing together for 6th grade. Putting together some little videos over
Yep.
the off season, going into the season. It probably will talk about these topics as well,
Yep.
which I think is very, very important for the younger generation.
It's an educational piece we're working on.
It's going to be an educational documentary.
Yeah.
So if people are keen for that, let us know.
Yep. Also, quick plug to our merch that's currently dropped. The green and gold jerseys have been shipped out and arriving at people's houses as we speak. And fun fact, Australia have never lost a World Cup game when our jerseys have been in rotation.
Pretty
Facts are
crazy.
facts.
Wild shit.
Actually fucked when you
Donny,
think about
Do you
it.
want to give a quick plug to the jersey that's in front of you, mate?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We have a Dolphins jersey right here signed by the entire team.
It's actually a ripper giveaway.
At first I thought, oh, Dolphins jersey, that's cool. And then I heard Das talking about it, and it actually is a piece of history because this is the
100%.
inaugural jersey, the inaugural team. Like
Yeah.
in
It's the
20
first
years,
season.
this will always be the first Dolphins team.
Yeah.
So no, it doesn't matter how you feel about how they went this year or anything like that. I think they had a good season.
They went way better than anyone gave him credit. And this is their first season, and it's every player in the team has signed this jersey.
And the coach, Wayne.
There you go.
And what's happening with this jersey is simply just getting given away for free.
Yep.
That's
for
ridiculous.
Free. Yep. And to a frothy, like we're not advertising this giveaway anywhere except for the BBB channels.
Yeah,
either.
absolutely.
So if you want to win it, head to the Bluebet Instagram, and there's a video that's been posted probably a couple of days ago now if you're listening to this. Clutzy and I went to the Dolphins dinner, Clutzy's first black tie event. All we need to do is follow Bluebet and comment fins up on their Instagram on that post, and you can win.
And it is a size medium
To be honest, if I won it, I wouldn't be wearing it.
I'd be framing that shit and putting it up in the pool
but
room.
if you did want to wear it,
you'd need to be a medium. You'd need to be a medium.
You need to be about the size of Dallas Johnson.
Yeah. Yep. Would that be enough to convert you to a Finns comp if you won that, if you're an 8-year-old kid? To be a Finns supporter for the rest of your life?
No, it's not Dallas Johnson.
Interesting.
Not Paddy Carrigan.
That's probably all we got time for this week, unless there's anything else anyone wanted to tick off.
my mind's racing, but I won't hold you up.
Okay.
I'm just going to say quickly, go the Storm and go the Wars.
Yep.
I think they get the job done this weekend.
Yep.
Easily.
Yeah.
We did say that last week about a few teams, but proven wrong. But I think Storm and Wars both way too good this week.
Yep.
So do with that information what you will.
I seriously feel bad for the Roosters.
Same.
I feel really bad for the Roosters.
Craig Bellamy will have so many fireworks up the arse of the players from Melbourne Storm.
I also thought there was going to be a lot of outs because we had a few head knocks and whatnot.
Not many.
What are you trying to say? The Roosters are going to win?
Did you see what Brandon Smith said today?
What?
He said, I'm keen for the weekend so I can show the Storm why I decided to become a Rooster.
Brandon Smith's been missing all year, mate.
Bro, honestly, the Cheese has been one of the most disappointing players this year. Love him.
He's been putting it together though.
Has he?
I did say on Friday night, no, it was Saturday when the Roosters won. I said that they'll beat the Storm next week. Just based off the last two performances.
Well, without both wingers and without both centers.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
it's just
crazy. You guys should bet a case on it.
You talk ticker.
Case of bloke.
You talk ticker, and like the ticker that was shown by the Roosters when they're down and out.
Against the Sharks, cunt.
Bro, who we tipped.
Yeah, but we didn't tip confidently.
No, we did say that was the toughest game of the round.
We did say it was the toughest.
I know that they're your Storm, but I just wouldn't be.
Last week you said the Storm were going to fucking beat the Broncos in the grand final.
Smart money if it was in the grand
We
final.
got Alec the Chin McDonald back on the interchange. Ramus Smith comes onto one wing for Xavier.
Mysterio.
And then I don't think it's being spoken about enough, but Justin Ireland coming back after being dropped and after what he said and how he's like, I need to earn my position back and show it. He fucking tore up in that last regular season game. He's been tearing up for the Sunny Coast Falcons. And I don't know who the fuck's going to be in front of him from the Roosters, but look the fuck out, cunt.
Smart money is the Storm. And I won't be shocked if the Storm win, but I equally won't be shocked if the Roosters win.
Are you telling me that after dog shit performances,
bet a
case, 100%. Are you going to bet a case?
No, I'm not saying that I 100% fuck it, yeah, sure.
Yeah!
My team aren't in the final, so I might as well have something to cheer for.
You might have to order a pallet from Tempe to pay back all your fucking debts at the end of this season, mate.
But I just think, and particularly after last week's interview of Cameron, how do you sum up the game? Dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also Harry played shit, Jerome played shit. Just saying how everyone played shit. There is no way on their own turf they don't come out.
Also,
it's the same fucking team that's been pumping people all year.
What's the line? What's the line on Bluey?
Something you probably haven't considered is that it was Cameron Munster's birthday this week, so he's a whole nother year wiser coming into this game than he was last week.
I didn't consider that.
And he's also got 2 kids. So he's got extra dad strength. And as you know, you get older and with the dad strength, it just grows stronger.
Yep.
Can I take the line or I have to go head to
No,
head?
you have to go head to head, you cat. What's the line?
You can't make comments like that and then ask to take the line, you fucking
It's 11. It's plus 11 and a half.
You're a coward.
You were going to take that. That is so cowardice.
No, fuck it. I've been bullied into a case. I've been bullied into a case here. It's not the first time someone on this podcast has bullied me into betting a case.
So if the Storm,
you're a little cock.
If the Storm win this weekend and next weekend, Donny will be out 4 cases of blood.
Yeah.
Great news for Kempy.
Holy shit.
It's very good news for Kempy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I've had a good year. if that's
Have
the cost
you?
of having a good year, that is what it is.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So
as long as you're happy, man.
Cowboys were 11th or something, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, this one stings. I feel like I've been bullied here, but I do think Penrith will be in the grand final, so that's one case back. So I'm currently only a case on the hook. If you're doing case math, I'm currently only one case on the hook, and then I will soon be just what's going on. Oh, good. So there's no video proof of that bet. That's sick.
Yeah. Audio though.
Audio though.
So watch out.
Sweet.
Kempy, thank us later for the 4 cases you're going to sell. Thanks for listening this week. Make sure you go check out Donny at Donny Sports everywhere. Go the Broncos.
Go Melbourne.
Go the Roosters.
Fuck off.
Reach out, Pat Carrigan.
I don't believe in that bet at all.
I'm leaving that in.